So Seymour Stein, South by Southwest, 2008. Obviously, you were one of the keynote speakers at this year's event. With Sire Records, you know, you've had like the most incredibly illustrious past and continued success, you know, just proficiently and efficiently and for years and years. What keeps it fresh for you? What keeps it new?
Well, I think that just about every band I've signed, with a couple of exceptions, Brian Wilson and Jerry Lee Lewis and a couple of others, Lou Reed, but Lou, you know, all came to Sire to make their first records, whether it was Madonna or from England, Depeche Mode and The Cure and the Smiths, and we've been in America, Talking Heads and the Ramones and so many other bands. We've always put out new music by new bands for the first time, and you know, most of our artists stayed with us for a very, very long time. The Ramones for almost their entire career, same with the Talking Heads. You know, the Smiths, Depeche Mode is still with us, and I'm very happy to say that. You know, Sire is new music, and some of it has been great, some of it's been good, some of it's not been good. We make mistakes. You've got to take chances. That's what it's all about. And you've got to, I mean, I go with my heart and my soul, not tips from lawyers or accountants or some managers I'll listen to. I think we've got a great, you know, roster right now. Him, Regina Spektor, Against Me, Spill Canvas. I'm not trying to promote my bands. I'll shut up about that.
You're welcome.
No, that's all right. A lot of my company has been built on my relationship with people like Martin Mills, Beggars Banquet Records, for those who don't know, Jeff Travis, Rough Trade, Daniel Miller from Mute Records, Alan McGee from Creation, and over the years, many, many more. I love having those partnership relationships with UK labels and from labels all over the world. It's not all bad. There are some very good things I see in the future. The emergence of these markets, and they're not very well represented here, but who knows, next year or the year after.
You mentioned, like, you know, Savior, you know, the emergence of these new markets and things, you know, which obviously connotates the industry is in like a real state of transition at the moment. I mean, how important do you think the label is in the current age?
The record label? I think the record label itself may change, but I think that, and the services, you know, these 360-degree kind of deals that all the major labels and some of the indies have been doing for years. You know, in England, where it's always been legal for a record company to manage talent. I mean, that's Robert Stigwood was doing that 30 years ago, and you know, I think that's coming on. But what I really look to is the development of new markets, and I think it would be great. Now, if I come back next year, I want to go right after Charles I, but without a scarf. Okay, thank you. I started it with an old movie, an old Cary Grant movie, which showed very well the inside of a record store in the early 1930s. The reason I did that was to show how phonographs and radios and sheet music, but particularly phonographs, were sold right alongside of records, and they were manufactured by the big three record companies of the day. All three are around in one form or another. When we controlled the hardware and the software, it was much better. Now the hardware seems to be controlling us to a certain degree, which is not good. You know, I'm just a music man. I mean, and I just love finding new talent. Hopefully, you know, they may look on our age right now as a golden age sometime in the future. But look, music is not a luxury. It's not whimsical. Music is a necessity. It's been around from the dawn of creation. It will always be around. There's no way around it.